everyone, and for this video we're going to be taking a look at the 1/8 scale of Racing Miku Sepang version made by Freeing. And her box is absolutely gigantic, as you'll see in a moment, but this is just the front at the bottom. We have a Racing Miku Sepang version, and here we have a little picture of the Miku figure on the left, and of course there is a big old display window on the front as well, and inside we have kind of a blue checkered pattern as well as some other shapes going on inside the box. And this is just what the top looks like. And the side of the box is mostly white with this kind of silvery silhouette of the Racing Miku figure, and again, a Racing Miku Sepang version, and the other side of the box is exactly the same. And this is just what the top of the box looks like, and the bottom of the box is just completely white. So at the bottom of the box on the back we have the usual information included on figure boxes, and as we work our way on up you'll see some more shots of the Miku figure, including some close-ups of some of her details. And again, that Racing Miku, and of course she is holding her sign. I have to say I am really not impressed with this box. It is really obnoxiously huge and the design on it feels quite lackluster in my opinion. But without further ado, let's take a look at the figure. So this figure does come with an instruction sheet on how to add her accessories. Her little bit of wings are not a problem, but that sign is absolutely awful to deal with, but I'll get into that in just a second. So Miku does come with this huge racing sign that she is holding, and it just says Good Smile Racing and number 4, which is actually my lucky number and one of the reasons I pre-ordered this figure. And she is holding a long pole with the sign. And unfortunately it does not fit between her fingers or even a little bit close to her hand as it should. So Miku's base is just a sort of slab of gray, and it does have an interesting texture to it. Well, maybe it's supposed to kind of be like concrete or the street. Unfortunately I do think it is a bit dull, and I wish we could have had something else for the base. The design of her shoes is quite interesting. As you can see, she has these sort of silver heels, and they have this green gem sort of attached to the strap, and the bottom of the heels kind of have this yellow to red gradient. So as you can see, this version of Racing Miku has a nice tan color, and she actually has a super Sepang and sort of light markings on her leg. And as we move on up, she has the Good Smile Racing Company logo unread imprinted on her stomach. And she's wearing these black fingerless gloves, and her fingernails are actually painted blue, which is a nice touch. Unfortunately, some of the paintwork is a little bit sloppy looking on these gloves, I think, and other parts in general, and her pole doesn't exactly fit as comfortably as it should, but I really don't want to keep messing with it, as I had a hard time getting it kind of into position, and I'm just worried about kind of scratching or breaking something on the figure. So Miku is wearing this white bikini with silver accent trim and all these crystallized looking accessories that are popping out, which I think is a really cool concept. Unfortunately, her bikini top doesn't seem to join in the middle, which I think is a bit weird. I'm not sure why that is. And also, right underneath that Good Smile Company Racing logo, on the string of her bikini, there is a visible gap, I don't know if you can catch it on camera, between her leg and the bikini bottom, and that just looks really sloppy in my opinion. But I do really like the crystal accessories that go around her bikini. They are semi-translucent, as you can see. She does have really cute accessories. I love that similar green gem that you've seen on the strap of her heels is attached right underneath her collar, and she has these cute armbands with the sort of green gem in them. And here are her wings from the back. These are probably my favorite part of the figure, that I don't really have as much complaints. They were easy to put on Miku, and they are nicely done, and again we have that semi-translucent effect on these pieces, making it have a really gorgeous effect. And the silver paint and gem details on the wings aren't badly done as well. So as you can see, this Racing Miku is in a really cute cheeky pose with her finger pointed in the air as she's holding her sign, albeit she isn't holding her sign very well. But her face is quite cute. She has this wide winking expression, and her eyes are very nicely done, and her famous twin tails are actually wrapped up in these mini buns, which are very cute. and her hair does have a nice sculpt to it as well. She is also wearing a pair of silver headphones to continue with the silver theme of details in this figure. And she does have this pair of white sunglasses resting on her head. Unfortunately, again, some of the detail on this is rather sloppy and just some parts of paint blend into other parts of the figure where it shouldn't. So overall I'm half and half with this figure. I was really looking forward to it, and it was almost an instant pre-order just because I usually love the Racing Miku figure designs that come out. They're all very creative and interesting looking, and this was no exception. The sculpt on this figure is nicely done, however, I will give it that, but she has an interesting concept and design. I really like the idea of the kind of crystallized silver bits as part of her outfit. It kind of gave it a sort of cyberpunk feel, almost, and also that we got a cuter, sexier, tan version of Miku was also a huge draw for me. But unfortunately, I don't think Fring executed this very well, despite the delays that they had with this figure. Again, the sculpt is spot on, no complaints as far as that goes, but some of the sloppiness in the paint job is just... I don't regret getting this figure, but I regret paying what I paid for it. I think it was in the 9,000 to 10,000 yen range for pre-order, and I've seen prize figures that had better paint jobs, unfortunately. But, so this is sort of a figure, I guess, pick up at your own discretion. If she really goes down in price, definitely do that if you can look past her flaws. Otherwise, yeah, get her at your own discretion. I don't really know what else to say. A little bit disappointed. So that is it for now. Until next time, thanks for watching.